like a Hellcat.
I have a lot of terrible experience, made a lot of mistakes when I was young. In my life, I never thought I would be able to speak here. I never even brave enough to say I want to be a student. So thank you for inviting me here. So this is my advice for those young people. When you are graduate, when you just in the university, don't think about, I want to resign from the school and be another Bill Gates, because Bill Gates left Harvard. There's only one Bill Gates in the world. When you graduate, find a company. Most important, find a good boss that can train you, discipline you, and tell you what is good and right. It's more important than a good company. So, if you are 20 to 30 years old, please find a good boss. Not necessarily a good company. Of course, a good company, a good boss, even better. When you are 30 to 40 years old, try to do something yourself, if you really want to try. When you are 40 to 50 years old, do things that you are good at. After 20 years of learning, you should do something you're good at. When you are 50 to 60 years old, spend your time supporting young people. When you are over 60 years old, spend time with your grandchildren. If you stay with them, you will be full of energy. And young people are the solutions for tomorrow. Young people are the solutions for all the worries. But the advice I give to the young people is also the advice I give to myself, that nothing is easy. Nothing is free. If you want to be successful, you have to pay the price. You know, the early days, Alibaba had no money, no revenue. Nobody pay us. After 18 years, Alibaba become today's size. Yeah, we are lucky, but we work much harder than most of the people. We never sleep well and sound in the evening. I traveled last year 867 hours a year in the plane. I'm working hard, my team working very hard. 18 years, we work like a normal company of 70 years. Day and night. Nothing is free. Nothing is easy. You have to think different. You have to do different. For example, you know, the early days in my company, when some ideas come to my desk, Jack, this is a great idea, and I look at everybody. Everybody say it is a good idea, I normally throw it into the rubbish. Because everybody say this is good, then all the other people think of. If everybody say this is going to be very tough, I'm very interested in that tough question. And I pick up and say, how can we do it in a different way? This is to be unique, to be different. And third, this is my advice, and this also I'm telling myself every day. Today is very tough. Tomorrow is tougher. The day after tomorrow is beautiful, but most people die tomorrow evening. You have to work very hard. Every tough days, every tough situations, problems you meet, that is the training of yourself. When you graduate from your school, you just start your career of learning. When you got a PhD diploma or bachelor diploma, this is just a certificate. Your real challenge is when you leave the college, the real life starts. The real exam starts. The real test starts. That's life. So, one thing you are lucky, as I said, if students cannot survive, 99.9% of people in the world cannot survive. Only you have this confidence, you will be able to face the challenge of future. So, most important, find a good boss. Learn from the boss. Learn how to do it. And always focus on the things that you are good at. Focus on the things that you love. A lot of fail. I failed for funny things that I failed a key primary school test for 2 times, and I failed 3 times for the middle schools. You know, for 3 years I tried to fail in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police. They said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC came to China, come to my city. 24 people went for the job. 23 people were accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police. 5 people, 4 of them accepted. I was the only guy that I received it. So to me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times, rejected. I know I'll be rejected. I just don't want to say that.
Yeah, sorry now.
I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I don't think in this world there are a lot of people be rejected more than 30 times. If we, you know, the only thing we never give up, the only thing we're like a Forrest Gump, we keep on fight. We keep on changing ourselves. We don't complain. Whether you were successful or not successful, I find that people, when they finish the job, if they make the mistake, if they fail, if they always complain the others, this guy will never come back. If the guy only check himself, yeah, something wrong with me here, something wrong with me there, this guy has a hope. But the thing I learned from being a teacher, that a teacher always want his students to be more successful and better than you are. When I hire people, I always want to hire those people who are smarter than I am. Today I give a lot of advice to my colleagues. When they hire people, there's one judge. Look at the young man. If you think he will be your boss, he will be my boss in 5 years, hire him. Year 2003, when I launched the Taobao and Tmall, I said, everybody go home, pick up looking for 4 things that list on the website. So we went home, everybody cannot find 4 things that in the home we can sell because we're too poor. So we gathered 21 products, we listed on the website. We waited for 3 days, nobody come to buy. And then the next week, we start to buy and sell ourselves. For the first week, all the sales was among ourselves. And then another week later, somebody start to test and sell. For almost 30 days, everything people sell, we all buy them. So we have a whole house of rubbish we bought online. Try to making sure that, so those guys who are able to sell, say, oh wow, this thing really can sell things. People say, Jack, you are the next Bill Gates. I say, I cannot compete with Bill Gates, but I can compete with Bill Gates who can retire earlier. The thing is, I don't want to die in my office. I want to die on the beaches. I don't have time spent on the beach. That's why I always dream one day I was on the beaches. When Netscape was so good, we never thought it would disappear. Yahoo was good, we never thought like it today. So don't believe you'll be good all the time. Be paranoid. And after a whole night thinking, I say, I still want to do it. Because most of the people, they have a fancy ideas in the evening, but in the day, when they wake up in the evening or in the morning, they go back to do the same job. We have to do something different. People even say Jack is a liar because he's trying to steal money from people, telling us there is an internet. In order to prove I was not a liar, I invited my friend who is a TV man. Take the TV camera, they all stay in my home, and they just try to take the picture. It took us 3 hours and a half to download the first front page. So I have to make like 100 stars to keep my journalist friends to stay and wait, because to prove that I'm not telling a lie. As an entrepreneur, today is very difficult, and tomorrow is even more difficult. But the day after tomorrow is very beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening. You have to work hard, you have to learn, you have to rely on your team.
Like a Hellcat.